Yeah, I want to talk about the power of faith. I mean, having faith. I talk a lot about faith because faith is very close to me in my life, and I think it's very important to have faith because you know, unless you have faith, you're never going to act. You're never going to move towards your goals and towards your life. And if you're not observing yourself in your life, then you don't know what's really going on. You might as well say you're a dead man walking. Now, I talk about faith a lot because I kind of, I'm just the type of person to take my life as a whole picture. I see where I'm at now. I'm 47 years old, born September 6, 1972. But what I do is I don't go back and try to relive the past. I just I try to stay on my timeline to follow my progression and also go back to retrieve jewels and also try to go forward. But I live in the now. I live in the now. So that way I can always move forward because I'm always looking on what was successful in my life, what wasn't successful, and what am I trying to do. Now I'm talking about faith because I'm reliving some of the things that happened in my youth that taught me about faith. I'm gonna give y'all about 3 different examples, and then I'm gonna show you what you should do in your life to help you when you don't believe. Um, when I was in 6th grade, when I graduated from not graduated, but when I left 6th grade and went to summer school, I mean not summer school. When I left out of 6th grade and summer came and we were on summer break, I was 5'7". I grew to 5'11". Grew 4 inches over the summer, and when I came back to school, I was 5'11". Now, in between that, in the summertime, I decided I didn't want to go to the school that I was going to no more. And I don't know why. I told my mother I don't want to go to that school anymore. And she put me in another school in my community, which is Our Lady Gate of Heaven. Now, when I went to school, the basketball coach saw me, came in the classroom and said, what's your name? I said, my name is Nathaniel. He said, well, brother, you're going to come out for the basketball team. We need your height. It's at St. Felicitas, Southside Chicago, gave me the address and all that. And I said, okay. So one of my friends was already on the team, and he told me his dad can pick me up. So I said, okay. So when I came to practice, the coach said, man, do a layup. I did an air ball layup because I was nervous. I really didn't play ball a lot, but I'm athletic. This boy named Chet Walker was laughing at me, right? So I sit back, and I know Chet didn't mean no harm, because, I probably would laugh too if I saw something like that. It was funny, because I came off one leg, didn't hit nothing. Coach said, go on back in line. So I took that as a challenge to learn how to play ball. So that year, I didn't do too much of nothing. I averaged 0 points, probably got 2 rebounds. And I remember one of the highlights that I do remember was the coach told me, he said, Nate, go get Donald. Donald was one of our best players on the team. He was our best player on the team. And he actually transferred for St. Felicitas and came to our school, the school we was practicing at. And Donald was good, man. He was confident. He could play the ball. He could handle the ball. He could shoot. He was big. And I wasn't going to the game. I was scared. He said, Nate, go get Donald. I was so scared. I was cold. I was shaking. And then, man, I don't think my name was called again that whole season. But what I did was I kept practicing. My brother would take me out in the snow. He would take me out in the rain. And I would play, I don't care if it was 20 degrees, 10 degrees, 5 degrees. I'm playing that ball, dribbling that ball down the street. My neighbor, Miss Miller, can stand me coming down the street dribbling the ball. She said, here he come making all that noise. I was just trying to get better. Because I remember doing that air ball, and I remember that lab, and I like challenges. I didn't get mad at nobody. I didn't say nothing. That's one thing I want to tell you. Just listen to this. Don't say nothing when you get a challenge. Just be quiet. Go do it. So I kept practicing. Now I went from 0 points. Now you know when 8th grade came, I averaged 17 points a game. I went from 0 points, never played organized ball, never even played ball really, and I averaged 17 points the next year. Okay. Now 8th grade left, okay? Went to high school, went to CVS. Was on the basketball team, but scary, Barry. I was scary again, and I couldn't even let nobody see what I could do. And I quit the team. I was there with Juwan Howard. You know, I was scared, didn't play. I played really weak, really weak. A lot of it was being intimidated. I only played from 7th grade, 8th grade, you know, playing against people that didn't play. And I had made my mind, said, well, I'm going to try back out my sophomore year. So I kept practicing. But one thing I wanted to do, I wanted to be able to dunk the basketball. So I would just be trying, man. I wore leg weights. I had all kinds of do exercises. I was just serious. Never could dunk. My hands was kind of small. And I just couldn't do it. It just kept slipping out the rim and kept going over the rim. And in my park, this park called Beardsley Park in Jeffrey Mountain, had one rim was like 10.5 foot. The other rim was like, one rim was 10.5 foot. The other one was like 9.5. I still couldn't even dunk on 9.5. I would get up there, but I would miss. So I kept trying. I remember it was in February. And I said, man, I ain't trying this no more. I'm tired of it. I'm just going to do finger rolls. So I just started finger roll like George Gervin, throwing them all kind of finger rolls, coming to the hole. And one day, it was like in March or something like that, March or April, my brother said, hey, man, let's go to the park and play some ball. I said, oh, yeah, let's go. So he asked me, he say, man, my nickname is Buster. Don't be laughing at this. My nickname is Buster. He said, Buster, why don't you just try again? And in my mind, I said, well, I don't got nothing to lose. I'm just going to miss, so I'll try. I went up there and did a tomahawk like Jordan. I leaned in on the left with my left hand. I'm right-handed. I leaned in with my left and tomahawk, and I jumped from the circle. It's like a circle, not the top of the circle, but the bottom of the circle, from the free throw line circle that's connected to the free throw line. I don't know if you can visually see it, but it's far, kind of far. I leaned in with my left and dunked. My brother said, whoa, how'd you do that? I said, I don't know. He said, try again. I turned around and did a 180, put the ball between my legs, and dunked backwards. Then he said, try another one. I was just doing all kinds, doing reverses, or one leg coming around, dunking. And my brother said, how are you doing this? I say, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Now, I'm reflecting on this because I'm going to tell you about the power of God. That was God, man. You know why God blessed me? And this is why God blessed you. You know, I'm a sincere person. See, I don't be begging and crying about stuff. I'll put in the work. And it's a sincere, and when I really want something, it's in my heart. So when you're trying hard to do something, no matter how long it takes you, just keep doing it and let God unfold what he want to do. Now, he might not, it may unfold a different way, but never quit. Just let God unfold, because I couldn't have done that, man. I mean, it's unbelievable, but it really happened like that. It really happened like that. And it's been happening a lot in my life like that. You know, things just happen. So the prerequisite is have your mind on the target and go. Go for it. Be quiet. Don't talk about it. Don't explain about it. Don't argue about it. Don't tell your friend about what you're doing. Don't tell your mom about what you're doing. Don't tell your sister about what you're doing. Tell yourself inwardly what you're doing, and then just do it. That's what you do. You tell yourself what you're doing, and then be quiet. And it doesn't work wonders. It didn't work wonders in my life, this right here. So this technique will work for you, but you know, the thing is, you got to be like Jesus said in the Bible. It's not me to do this thing. It's the God that works. And see, once you think you're doing something, then that's when you mess up. That's when it's all over. Now, when you allow God to do, because sometimes you might have a target or goal about something, but it's not God's will, so you might not break through on that goal, but you give it all you got and you take it to the end, and you'll know when it's over, and then he'll take you to another level some other kind of way. He'll take you to another level. So what I'm saying is, that's faith. You know, and another thing is, when God have you working hard for something, bless him for the failures. Thank him to have. I appreciate the failures, because see, so-called failure creates character. See, I observe people who have it too easy, people who do everything, have everything. As soon as they get a little pressure, they can't take it. You know, they can't take it. Most of them that I know. Now sometimes the pressure will bring something out of you that's already there. But it was certainly going to test you. See what you made out of. You know, see what you made out of. Now I'm going to give you another example about faith. I'm a teacher, when I was doing my student teaching, the first time I did it, the teacher that I had said I wasn't making enough progress, so they made me quit my internship before I got my teaching license, before I was able to go through with the process. She was saying that, you know, I'm not learning enough, but part of it was I wasn't doing right, and part of it was she was being unfair to me, to be honest with you. She was being unfair, and she was being a little prejudiced. I'm not going to blame it on just that, but it's just what it was. So she wasn't really trying to help me. And there's some things I wasn't doing either. I wasn't documenting. I wasn't doing my lesson plans all right. And I wasn't doing, it was some of it me too. You know, it was me too. I wasn't saying it was all her, but it was some of her. You know, she wasn't mentoring me like a mentor should be. But what happened was, so I had to do it all. I had to wait a whole nother year to do it. And then when I was in school, the person that was trying to give me my school wasn't really trying that hard. So I'd be trying to find the school that I want to go to. He talking about, well, let's try another year later. We can't find it if you don't make it now. And I'm like, no, I want to get this done. I want to get this done because I want to break this barrier around me. So I had to have a lot of faith because it was rough. I lost my job. I had to move in with my sister. My car trans broke down. So I didn't really have no car. I didn't really have that much money. I was working part-time. So I got to get this done, you know. I don't want to get in another field because I don't want to be a quitter, you know. And I'm not blaming the outward science. I'm not blaming the school. I'm not blaming anybody because, look, you got to show you got some mots in this world. You got to show you got some fight. If you don't got no fight, sit down. Go just get knocked out because you got to fight in this world. You got to be able to persevere. You can't just have everything you want just as easy breezy. Sometimes you got to go for it. A lot of times. So what happened was I kept looking for teachers. I kept looking for circumstances, and I submit my forms to the school. They said, no, that school don't meet the qualification. So I kept going. So one time my wife was telling me, she said, hey, we're going to go to this birthday party. You want to go with me? My friend's son is having a birthday party at this pizza place. I said, yeah, let's go. So I went there, and I was talking to this woman that was there because she was attending the birthday party too. And she was telling me she was connected to schools and teaching. I said, are you connected to teaching? She said, I said, I'm trying to be a teacher. She said, but I can't find a school. She said, oh, my friend is a superintendent at Robin Posen. Maybe I can connect you with him, and maybe he can get you into a school. So I said, cool, do that. So I sent all my paperwork in, went and met with him. He said, I'm going to get you into the school. So he got me into a school. He got me into actually Gordon School in Robbins. In Posen. So when I went into my classroom, I met the teacher who was going to be my mentor teacher. And she was a little reluctant at first, and I told her my name. And I don't know how we got on the subject, but she knows one of my friends' wife. And they grew up in grammar school together. They close, and I used to work with her. And once I told her that I know her, man, she said, look, man, I know her. I know her name is White. I know Miss White. Miss White is good people. And she talked to Miss White about me, and Miss White said, man, that brother's a beautiful soul, man. He's a nice guy. He's cool. As soon as she saw her, she said, look, this is going to be easy breezy for you. You're going to get through this student teaching with no problem. Now, you see how easy that was? You see how God works? He put me with the right teacher. And she was nice to me. She helped me. She was very kind. She still talks to me now. You see how God unfolds? Now, faith. Now, if I were to quit and I said, I'm not going to do my teaching and it's too hard and I can't find a teaching position and all this, if I would have done that, then I wouldn't have been able to get where I'm at. And the interesting thing was before I got my teaching position, I was substitute teaching. And one day I was staying in Hyde Park. I said, I'm gonna walk to one of my assignments. And my assignments was in IIT school. It was a special ed school up in the IIT school. I said, I'm gonna walk there. So I walked from 53rd and Woodlawn down to IIT on State Street, like 31st or something like that. So I'm walking, and I get by Holy Angels, and I hear this voice in my mind say, everything's gonna be okay. And I got really quiet and peaceful, and I went and taught, and I came home, and I said, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna succeed. Doesn't make a difference what happens. I'm gonna succeed. And then my wife, which was my girlfriend at the time, I called her and I told her, and I said, Talise, that's my wife's name. I said, Talise, I'm struggling right now. You see me, my car, trans is gone. I got to move in with my sister. You see my teaching certification that is up in the air. And if you don't want to be bothered with me or it's too much for you, just go and let me be free. I'll let you be free. You can go ahead, because I know you hear a lot of guys, especially black guys, talking about they trying hard and this and that and the system and all this other stuff. And you just, you don't want to deal with this. Just go ahead and let me be free. I'll be cool. I'll work through it, because to me, I didn't tell her what I saw, because I already know success was there. But I want her to be free, because I don't want to be in no situation with people nagging me, talking about me all day, because I know I'm sincere. She said, no, I'm cool. So ever since that moment, and I trusted God, I said, God, that was an angel. The angel was talking to me saying everything's going to be all right, and I received that. So now, I just coach it through it. Now, I use that principle everywhere I go. If I want to do something, I get quiet. I shut my mouth. I don't even care what people talking about me. I don't care what people saying. They don't know what God got for me, and I just work. And I let God do what He's going to do. And what I do is, I don't do what people say when they get successful or do things good. So I did this, it's hard work. I pulled up my bootstraps. No, I just sit back and say, I did the things that God told me to do and the things you needed. And I let God do the rest for me, because I can't do none of this. I can't find a wife. I can't make a doorway open and don't want to open up. Only one that can do that is God. I'm clear about that. You will find yourself more successful when you get out your own way. You do the work, but you pay homage to a creator that's above you. Because as long as you think you're doing everything, and even if you do some things and you get cocky about it, you're going to get knocked down. I didn't met people talking all that bootstrap stuff and why people so down and trying, why people have low self-esteem. And then when they get hit, I look at them stumbling and grumbling and crying and why me, and it's just life is hard. Look, life happened to everybody. It's not life not happening to you, so how you deal with it. Now, if you you got to learn your lesson, you got to learn your journey, you got to go on your journey, and you got to work through things and let God unfold the rest. Now, if you're doing everything that you got that you know to do, then let God do the rest. And no matter what happens, you're a success. It's not success like we say, you're getting $1 million, you're getting gold chips, or you're getting certification. No, it's the journey, and it's just letting God unfold for you by being receptive and feeling it, and allowing God to do the rest, not you. See, once you say you done it, so for most people, be a little bit more humble. Stop all that bootstrap and all this other foolishness. But it's gonna take hard work. Life takes hard work. If you give stuff too easy, and you don't appreciate, because most people don't appreciate it. I appreciated my journey. I appreciate hard work. I appreciate God making me work for, because everything I get, I appreciate. Like, just say friendship and people. I make friends very easy. I can go walk up and just start kicking it off, but everybody's not your friends. And some people you talk to, but when I talk to people, they're special. Because you don't never know when that's going to end. You never know when that friendship's going to end. You never know when that time's going to end. So you got to appreciate your family, your friends. Every moment is special. Even right now, it's special to me, because I'm speaking wisdom. I know it. It doesn't make a difference who comments or who says this, who don't say this. But look, the thing is, I'm going to leave you with this, because this is something you can use. See, I don't want to talk about stuff that you can't use. Have faith. Faith means to act when you can't see it physically. It's you see it inside yourself. You got a picture. Sometimes you don't see it, but you keep going forward. So what I want you to do Whatever you want to do, make sure it's something that you want to do, something that you're passionate about, that you want to do, and then you just do it. You do it. You do it. You watch your steps. You talk to God. You ask God questions. You have conversations. Sometimes I say, God, I look in the sky and say, what should I do? God, I don't know what to do. I have conversations with God. I just talk to him. God, am I doing right? And I sit back and let God do what he needs to do because he's the one that does it. I don't do anything. So to have faith is to act when you don't see the benefits of what you and study. Do your due diligence. Know what you need to do, but study. Don't sit there wanting stuff and don't do nothing about it. Don't sit there praying that you want a girlfriend, but don't go on no date sites or don't go out nowhere. Stay in the house all day thinking like somebody you really think is beautiful gonna come in your house and knock on the door. Go out, do something about it. And when you see somebody you like, men and women, go get it. Go do something. Don't sit there. Act. Act. That's only how you're gonna know. And then start documenting what happens. Okay, thank you. God bless and good to all people. Good to everybody and be blessed.